Yes, we are back in the car, and today we're going to be looking at this, the Sony Ericsson Xperia X10. This is the white version, and the white version, as you can see from the outer sort of casing here, is on the Orange network, and it is exclusive to Orange in the white luster shade. So we're going to be having a look at the white one. Just a quick overview. So that's that, and that's the top. And we have an empty box, but below it we've got a user guide, which gives us some information about the phone. We've got a little screen protector there, which I've taken off. We've got a 3.5mm audio headset hands-free adapter there in that bag. We have the standard UK 3-pin power charger with the USB socket at the top. That plugs into this, which is USB at one end and micro USB at the other end for going into the phone. And then we've got some important information, some SAR information, you know, and details on how to swap the battery. I'll just show you the phone itself now. Let's just put all this back in the box neatly and carefully place it somewhere else. Of course, it never fits. Doesn't matter how carefully you put these things back in the box, they never seem to go exactly as they did when they came out. Where's that charger supposed to go in? Anyway, the main phone itself is here. And it's a very nice looking phone, I must say, especially in white. It's nicely designed. It's a little bit wider than I remember from when we saw it at the Mobile World Congress back in February at the Sony Ericsson stand. But it runs Android 1.6, which isn't the newest OS out there. Around the back we have got an 8.1 megapixel camera. You can see there, it produces very nice photos, I must say. And also we have got a flash on there. I will show you the battery cover if I can get the battery cover off. Ay. I can never remember, and this is one problem, how to get all the battery covers off. But there you go, Sony Ericsson battery. It's a 3.6 volt, 1500 milliamp hour battery. We've got a SIM card there on the left hand side, the orange SIM card. We've got an 8GB microSD, which has been included thanks to Orange/Sony Ericsson, whoever it is that decided to do that. That's very gracious of them, because an 8GB microSD is going to store a lot of information for you. At the top, power button for waking the phone up. We've got a 3.5mm audio cable for putting your own headphones in if you want, or the ones that were supplied. We've got here a little flap which is sort of bend up like that, and this is your micro USB charging point or synchronization point. So you put the other end of that cable in there, and then when you finish, you flap it down so that it actually charges from the top. We've got a face pointed camera there, and this is the earpiece. Obviously we've got no navigation control here on the bottom, so there's no trackball, no optical trackpad or anything like that, which kind of threw me a little bit, because I've been using the Hero device with HTC for quite some time, and you get used to sort of scrolling through text and moving the cursor around with that, and it was a little bit trickier with this system. But on the right hand side we've got the volume up and volume down. Let me just see if we can show you that. I'll just bring it out of sleep mode, so we can turn the volume up and turn the volume down. With that, we've also got a camera button there on the bottom right. If I press that down and hold it down, I believe it should fire up the camera. There we go. There's the camera itself. I can take a picture like that. Very good resolution shot. We can go into the advanced settings down here. We can change the metering, white balance. It's got an image stabiliser, it's got face recognition, it's even got smile recognition, and there's a smile level setting. I don't know whether you can see that, but they've got normal smile, big smile, or a faint smile. The level of settings on here is shocking. We've got Geo-Tagging, loads of bits and bobs like that, and you can see there, you see what's happened there, look, it says, no minutes ago you took a photo, here it is. Now if I press into that photo, it goes into this time system. I believe it's called Timescape. It's a Sony Ericsson system, and it tells you all about what you're doing with your phone, what information's coming in, what information's going out, etc, etc. Now I've only synchronized this with Twitter so far, so it's not showing things like Facebook or email or Google stuff on here, but you can see that I took a photo, and then before that I had a tweet from Pirate Party UK, and then before that I had a tweet from HTC Russia, and then you can go a bit further down if I just have a look at something else here. I've got, let's just see if I can find this. As you can see, I'm just scooting out down here. You can see that my wife called me a couple of hours ago, sent me a picture message. Various things like that. You can delete stuff, you can flicker through here. So if I go into the Facebook option here, I haven't synchronized it with Facebook, but if I did, it would include it in that timeline. I've got Twitter, so I can see all my Twitter updates. I've got music here, so I can see any music that I've been playing. You've got no recently played music. I can look at the I don't know what that is. Cameras. This is photos I've taken. This is the messages that I've received on email, and we've got various other bits like missed calls. We've got texts. You can see that I've got no missed calls. That is, it's quite useful. It takes a bit getting used to, but it basically has your life streamed on a timeline, so you can see exactly what happened and when, whether you had a call or text or whatever. Now down the bottom here we've got this menu system here, so I can press menu. It goes into the Google Android menu button there, and we can go to navigation. We can do the same thing as we did on the HTC Hero and other handsets. We can move these widgets around to our liking. So if you don't want the sort of timescape button there, you can press it and hold it and move it around. I've actually just tapped that, so it's gone in. It doesn't look like that's actually movable, but if you press and hold somewhere on here, you can add a widget in, whether it be a clock, Facebook, picture frame, etc, etc. Thumbnail. You've got 1, 2, 3 pages to play with, so it's the same as a standard Google Android system. I'm just going to have to open a window because it's boiling in here. You wouldn't think it was still April. It's actually quite sunny today and nice. Now let's turn the air conditioning off. So there, we've got home. That square takes you home. We've got 2 little white LED backlights there. We've got back for going back. Down the bottom here, nothing much apart from a lanyard loop. On the left, again, nothing at all. You can see it's quite curvy down the back. I don't know if you can see that profile shot there. It's got a nice curve to the back there, and the whole back panel here is curved down the edges, almost like a bottle in a way. It's curved at the edges there, and the front is quite flat and rectangular in comparison. Things I've noticed about this so far are that multi-touch isn't here. So if I go into, let's swish up from the bottom here, I'll go into my browser, if it will let me. Hello? There we go. Go into browser. I can't do stuff like that. Won't let me do that, so I have to press plus and minus. That said, the browser is very fast indeed. What else have we got on here? The dialer, I'm just going to hide this bit because I just want to make sure there's no... See the dialer, there's no predictive dial that there is on HTC kits. So if I wanted to call, like probably most of you, if you wanted to call your mom and you were on a HTC phone, you could type in 666 because the letter M is on number 6, the letter O is on number 6, and the letter M again is on number 6. But here, it just dials 666, which isn't what you want. So you actually have to go into contacts and then scroll down, find your mom or dad or brother, whoever it may be, and then dial them that way. It doesn't seem to be a predictive dial system on here, which is a little bit disappointing. But that said, as a quick overview, this is a Sony Ericsson Xperia X1, and it's a X10 rather. It's available now on Orange to buy on contract, so take a look, and we'll have more videos coming very soon indeed.